Initially, when I decided to join the group, I was terrified, but I'm glad I did. It's hard work, but you have to get on with it because it's worth doing.
Joining a recovery course is a terrifying thought for many people. Sex addiction is a problem that thrives in secrecy and shame, and a problem that most people would never want to share with anyone else, least of all a stranger. But it is precisely because out of control, sexual behaviours and impulses can feel so shameful that meeting others with the same problem is so important.
I think the individual counselling, it helped me to deal with some of the stuff, and I could talk about it. But for me, that didn't really answer the questions. I also felt I was unique, and I think when someone said to me, well, actually there's a group, they're going to talk about those issues that you've got, there's others like you, and I think you'd benefit from talking to other people. I suddenly realised I wasn't unique, that there were lots of unique people with the same problem. When you go into the group, you feel as though you might be judged, but I think the reality is that's the opposite. I think everyone else there is in exactly the same position. And in the same way that you don't want to judge them, they're not judging you. And therefore I think that for me, it really worked well.
The first thing you'll notice when you join a Hall recovery course is that people who struggle with this condition are just the same as you. Normal, kind, caring people with regular jobs and loving relationships. People who've got caught in the trap of sex addiction and need help in stopping their behaviours and getting on with their lives. Joining a group will make you realise you're not alone and give you extra motivation and hope to change.
I suppose if there was one piece of advice to someone watching this now, it would have to be, you're not alone and you're not the only person, and you won't be ostracised for having sex addiction.
The most helpful thing, I think, was realising that these different guys from different backgrounds, different ages, they'd all gone through similar things to myself, and to see that I wasn't alone.
Being part of a group will also give you a chance to learn from other people's experience, which will help you develop deeper understanding into your situation and circumstances. Other course members will also be a support for you, not just now, but in the months and years after the course is finished. Other course members will also congratulate you when you're making progress, encourage you when times are tough, and challenge you if you're tempted to slip up.
I decided to join the treatment programme because I felt I needed to focus and to have the support of other people around me. At the time, I was very fearful. Very quickly, relationships began. Bonding started and I felt comfortable in sharing things that up to that stage I was unhappy in sharing with anybody else, and it's just very supportive, very supportive indeed.
My initial expectation of the group was how you see a group on TV essentially. I expected it to be stand up, hi, I'm ABC, I'm a sex addict, and everybody claps. That was my expectation, because that's all you see on TV essentially. It couldn't have been any further from the truth. It was relaxed. I think with regards to the other group members, there's always one or two people you do build a close friendship with, but I've stayed in touch with one person in particular who's become a friend of mine. We speak on a regular basis and I get a great amount of help off him, and I hope I help him too.
I completely underestimated the power of other people's story and the reflection of my own life through similar kind of themes. And particularly, the thing that had the most impact was the amount of challenge that existed in a peer group rather from the outside.
Groups are limited to a maximum of 8 people and are always single sex. The courses are very practical and will provide you with the skills and knowledge you need to overcome your addiction. Each session gives time for teaching, sharing and discussing homework assignments, as well as time for individual reflection. You'll never be asked to talk about anything you're not comfortable with, and everyone's encouraged to take the course at their own speed.
And if you're thinking about attending the course, don't wait until your relationship is on the brink. Be proactive about things and do go to the course, because for me it's made all the difference.
I completed the course 5 years ago. With regard to my primary issue, I haven't acted out. There's been moments when I've come close to acting out and I've been able to control those urges. It's always there within me. I have to control it, but I've got the tools I need to control it.
I've particularly had 35 years of acting out, so for me it would be the norm. So it's easy when you get stressful situations to drop back and act out. So I've thought about it. Have I? No. If you're watching this, then like me, you went online. You know yourself that you've got an addiction problem of some sort. You want more help, more advice. I would certainly take it to the next stage. Do something about it. Don't just think about it. Don't do what I did, which was to put the information on one side and hope it all goes away. It doesn't. You need to get professional help. So therefore, pick up the phone, email, do what's required to get on the course.